Wake up in the morning, got the yearning for. If we're in the building and it's 9:30, then what must it be, Bowski?
It must be Tuesday.
Absolutely. We are in the building, late night edition. We taking the reins off. Hope to put the kids to bed. If they're not in bed, they in their phone anyway, so it don't really matter. We're in the building down in Sportstalk, man. Myself, left-handed at RM Desk. Let's go Rangers. You see it. Bowski YADABEAR over there in the building. And as you see, checking in from the West Coast, Midwest, check in, MC Windwalker. He's getting his he's getting his beverage. He got an adult beverage. So that's the vibe with the show tonight. We got adult beverage popping. We got
alkaline water.
We got let him tell it. But we're in the building, man. Down in Sports Talk, we're in the house. It's Tuesday night. We got Browski in the house. YADABEAR ready to get busy because she was back in the behind the scenes in the green room talking cash-ish. So she was like, yo, she ready to get it cracking. Windwalker's talking about he's at the store looking for a head coach. They got him in like aisle 17 or something like that. We're in the building. Got a lot to talk about. NFL schedule. Is it dropping or what? Like,
yeah, like so what are they waiting on?
We're going to get into that. You know what I mean? The return of the 3-minute rant. The 3-minute rant is coming back tonight. I was the one that started the 3-minute rant back in 2009. That's neither here nor there. The 3-minute rant is coming back tonight. And I want to talk about something, right? Bowski's going to get down on it. Windwalker's going to let us know how he really feels about his Los Angeles Lakers or not. And we're in the building, man. Let's get it cracking. Let's get this out the way real quick because we're going to spend a little time on it because it's about to be football season and all of that good stuff. NFL schedule usually drops on the second Thursday in May, which is supposed to be what, May 9th?
Yes.
I'm hearing bits and pieces. Shout out to my man up here at NFL Network. Salute. I'm hearing bits and pieces, but this is common knowledge. The bits and pieces that they're leaking, it's common knowledge already. We already know there's going to be game of Christmas. We already know Black Friday. We already know that. Just let us know when. We already know who. Let us know when. And the reason why that the homie, who shall remain nameless at this point, I won't blow you up, is that the NFL backed themselves into a corner by trying to compete with the NBA because Christmas is going to be on, a Wednesday this year? So that means the team will have to play on the Saturday and then turn around and have to play on Wednesday.
That's too much. That's too close.
Crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. And I think that the NFL painted themselves into a corner. They usually, drop it like clockwork. They do have little leaks and stuff like that. But I don't think the schedules is ready.
I think
because, again, who are the teams that they're going to have to play and then turn around and play again 3 days later?
Now, I think the only way that can work is if the teams are on a bye week and then they come back and play that Wednesday. That's the only way that will work. The only teams
they would play that. So they wouldn't play that weekend prior to Christmas.
Yeah, they would have to have a bye week.
They would have that bye week. Okay.
So instead of having a bye week and then you might turn around and play a Sunday night game or a Monday night game, they'll play that Wednesday night game. So So now you got to think, well, what team's going to have that late of a bye? Because that's a late bye. Christmas.
That's good. That's
a late bye.
Those are the good teams.
Yeah, that's a late bye. So if you think, they're probably going to want to have 2 games. So that's 4 teams.
Absolutely want to compete with the NBA. That's what the idea.
So they're going to want 2 games. Like probably like a 4:00 game or an
8 o'clock,
or 8 o'clock or 3 and a 6, something like that. So now they got to pick and choose what 4 teams are they going to pick to have that late bye, and it can't be crappy teams. It got to be a team that's that's like a playoff contender.
Don't the NCAA have bowl games during that time? I'm just saying. I know the NCAA is sitting back looking like, hey, wait a minute. You know,
no,
holiday bowl type scenario. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot. Christmas is
bowl
wild.
Season.
It's wild for the NFL to attempt.
I just thought about it. Browski Windwalker's in the house.
Time.
It's basketball.
Yeah.
So the
because
NFL
those are those Maui innovate.
Hockey's gonna be going on. Like the NFL
NBA,
is really kind of like, yeah, bro. It's
college basketball.
Yes.
College football.
Yes.
So yes, I do believe the NBA kind of backed itself in the corner, trying to monopolize all of these winter holidays. You're already playing a game on Thanksgiving. That's cool.
Black Friday.
And now you got Black Friday. Okay. And they might try to, they might try to mess around and play on New Year's Day. Because then they have a game on New Year's Day. Yeah, yes. So it's wild. Like you can't. It's too many.
And wait till RG. Now you talk about RG3. Wait till RG throws that 18th game in the mix.
Yeah. Yes.
Because and then it's going to be, and then the Super Bowl is going to be on President's Day weekend when you get that Monday off. So remember 25 years ago. I like 25 years ago when people was like, yo, the Super Bowl should be a national holiday and blah, blah, blah. You kind of got it, but then you kind of get it. I mean, it's cool because it's President's Day weekend and you got the Monday off. So that's built into that. So that gives you the automatic play. But all I'm saying is, another game. So what you going to increase? We're not going to stay in the NFL, but we just get interested with this talk. Do you increase the rosters to what, 57?
Well, you're going to have to open up a couple of roster spots. I mean, taking away one preseason game, I like that because I think the preseason is a lot.
You think it should be 2 games?
I think it should be no games. Truthfully, I mean, they don't have preseason in college football.
Yeah, just say college football.
I mean,
because you got people that you drafted. You got
that's why you got joint practices. That's why you have joint practices.
Yeah, but I would imagine.
To me, preseason is kind of like a waste of time. But look, 2 games, fine. I can tolerate 2 games. When they had 4, that was too much.
Yeah, absolutely. 3, I agree with you. That's way too
3,
much.
Is still a little too much. 2 games and then 2 joint practices, that should be enough. Real professional. You got many teams, you got training camp, you got involuntary workouts. Like you have time. Sometimes you have to go out your own way to get better.
And a couple of teams are going to have 3 games anyway because they play the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, they play the Hall of Fame game.
So a couple of teams. So I get what you're saying, but wow, man, the NFL schedule. People look forward to it. You know what I mean?
Maybe next week.
We've been talking about that for the last couple of years where they leaked the schedule, but this year I don't know.
Yeah, nothing really been leaked because today's Tuesday. We generally know about 4 or 5 games already. We generally know like who, when, where.
Right.
Only thing we know is that the Eagles and the Packers are playing in Brazil.
Open up in Brazil on a Friday.
On a Friday, which is weird to me. See, they're already starting off bad. How you going to start the season off on a Friday? Why couldn't it be a Thursday? You always start on a Thursday night. So what's the point of it being on a Friday in Brazil?
So hold up. You mean to tell me that the Eagles and the Packers game is going to be the Friday before the Chiefs Thursday night opener? Or is the Thursday night opener then the Friday game?
I think it's the Thursday night opener then the Friday game.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure, but to me, I think that's dumb.
We'll check it out.
I think that's dumb. I think the Eagles-Packers game should have been on Thursday and just let that be the season opener. Why have it on Friday?
You know how they got that unofficial thing where the champion has the season opener at home.
Well, then I don't know. Whatever.
We're gonna keep it pushing.
Yeah.
And there's a fight coming up June the 15th. I seen a couple of press conferences. We got Javante Tank Davis against Frank Martin, 2 undefeated fighters, 2 hungry dudes. YADABEAR, what you think about this fight?
So this fight is official.
It's official tissue,
official because I kept seeing little back and forth crap, and I was like, I can't get hyped.
June 15th.
This is a good fight. I think this is a really good fight for Tank. You know, getting really back into the groove of things, and this is a good measuring stick for Frank. You know, for Frank Martin to see if he's really, you know, ready to be in this conversation and to be in the ring with guys like Tank, you know, Lomo, Haney, you know, we got to see, because we seen him with lesser competition. We seen him with older guys. You know, it's like, all right, yeah, he'll he'll bully in the ring, but it's like, but these are lesser guys. How is he with somebody who's above average? You know, who's really good? So I think it's going to be a good fight. I got, you know, I'm gotta rock my man Tank all day. I can't go
absolutely. It's Tank.
It's Tank. Because Tank is a proven guy, and we have seen him, you know, go out there and battle, you know, with less and with more. So I can't shy away from Tank. So I got.
I will say this though, man. Listen,
no disrespect to Frank.
I'm getting ready. I was getting ready to say no disrespect to Frank.
Oh, no disrespect.
For Tank, you cannot start slow.
No, you gotta get busy early.
You gotta put your foot to the fire early, B. Like, because I think Frank Martin is really coming to get it in, and he's coming to try to, you know, prove a point. But again, he's going in there against a guy that's, you know, that's been through wars, that knows how to finish people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is a bit, like you said, Browski, a step up in competition all day long. You know what I mean? So he's got to test himself. He's undefeated. He brings an O into the game, which is fine. You know what I mean? But again, at the end of the day, look at who you're bringing that O up against.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He's like, he was talking wild shit to Tank at the press conference. He was talking wild shit.
And that's what's crazy to me. I don't understand why these guys come in and talk wild shit to Tank, and then when they get in the ring, Tank just demolish these guys. Like, I understand you want to hype up the set. You're trying to sell.
Right. Sell the fight. That's right. We get it.
But you can hype up the set without this guy, because this is the guy that you don't want to disrespect, and then gotta face him in the ring alone. You know.
And like you said, Kimmy Bear, he said, check this out. Frank Martin, I respect you. And this is coming from Tank Davis. He was like, Frank Martin, I respect you, but you picked the wrong time. If this was like further on, later on down the line, it would have been a good deal for you. But this is a bad situation for you, Frank Martin. I've been to jail. I had situations, you know, neighborhoods getting burnt down.
Yep.
I've been on house arrest.
He hungry.
So all that frustration is built up in me, son. And you're the one that's going to pay for it. He told Frank Martin that.
Yeah.
I am not scared of you, and whoop-de-woo. And this. He said, I don't want you to be scared of me. All that shit that you be talking, that whoop-de-woo, and this and that and the third, when we get in that ring June 15th, all that shit is dead. This is my shit. That's what I was like, wow, Tank is wild.
I mean,
you coming into my shit.
Look, he right. What he's saying is right, because the way I look at Tank right now, he kind of remind me, like, you know how Tyson was when he got out of jail in that first fight, when he got back in that ring, and how he just like demolished that guy. This is how I envision what's going to happen with Tank in the ring, because it's like he already feels disrespected. You know, all these other guys kind of leapfrogging him. You know, Devin Haney, you know, Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson,
Riley Romero,
the Carlo brothers. You know, everybody talking about Bud. And, you know, everybody talking about them. And Tank like, yo, I was in jail, I was in house arrest, and they forgot about me. And now you come in here playing in my face when I'm a grown man, and I'm going to show you what grown men do.
I'm taking all this out.
I'm taking all that out on you. Go ahead, Win.
You know what my daddy told me?
He said,
he said, if you go in the woods, don't poke the bear. And that's what they do. They poke the bear
all the time.
And this guy, he just told him, like, my man Left said, man, I'm sorry, but you don't want this right now. You think you want it, but you finna get it.
Yeah.
You finna get something that you really don't want. And at that press conference, man, I was just waiting on him to sock it right there, live when they got close, right? Up and nose to nose. I was waiting on him just to take off, and he said, "I told you, and you saying all this stuff. I ain't behind no computer and woo woo woo."
Yeah,
he don't want to hear none of that. All that yapping, all that yapping.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I agree.
Hey, and not man. Hey, and not to cut off what you're talking about, my man Tank. We already know what's finna happen.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the calm before the storm. You know.
Yeah.
And Jamar Charlo and all of y'all guys, I've been seeing your little tweets. And Charlo, you just got a DWI, so sit your butt down and had a wreck. Come on.
Craziness.
Sit yourself down.
Y'all here, you know, drinking and driving.
Yeah.
When you gonna get back in the ring? When you gonna get back in the ring?
Hey, you gotta drink and drive when you're scared. Don't be scared. This man Tank, he got something to prove.
Scared.
Yeah. Hey, Tank finna show the world. I'm still Tank Davis, #1.
And I'm gonna be the devil's advocate right now and jump out the window and say, you know what? So what, Tank? Get in the ring with Shakur.
Listen, I don't think Shakur want to get in the ring with Tank because that last fight with Shakur, he looked very suspect. And if that was Tank, I feel like Shakur would have been tasting that mat. Okay,
but Shakur is right there. He's
right
there.
So I don't think Shakur want to see that. You know, and
Shakur got a fight coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah, and he got to show something. He got to go out there because that last fight.
Oh, did you see Wnba get knocked down in the first round?
Yeah, Wnba got knocked down. He got knocked down in like the second, right? It was like the second.
No, the first round.
It was the first round.
And then he knocked Bull down. He almost knocked him out like in the fourth, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, see, this is the season where all the hype dudes are catching L's, like.
Yeah.
And we talked about this like last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. The only ones who haven't got touched yet is who? Terrence Crawford and who? The guy we're talking about right now, Tank Davis. Everybody else went Walker.
Everybody's getting touched.
Something got touched, got knocked down, got beat up, lost the fight. You know what I mean?
But Garcia cheated. We put an asterisk.
Where are we on that? Where are we on that, yo?
They gotta take that victory away.
But Garcia wants 9. He said, let's take 9 tests.
Bro,
what you mean?
What are you talking about?
He said
he tested like twice. They tested the sample twice. Bro.
Hey, you got an A sample, you got a B sample, right? The A sample, it comes from the same time. If the A sample is dirty, they're gonna test the B sample because the B sample got to be dirty.
The B sample got to be dirty.
The B sample got to be dirty.
Yeah.
If the B sample ain't dirty, then what the hell are we doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, and he wants the B sample to be tested again.
Yeah, and it should be.
Go ahead, let it be tested because it should come back as it being dirty.
At this point in the game, where are we at, Browski? Where are we at, Windwalker?
That match.
Somebody's lying.
That match gotta be fall under a non-contestant. You gotta take it away.
How could before we even get to that, YADABEAR, before we even get to that, Browski, and we definitely gonna get to that. How does the B sample be clean?
Because it's not. Because it's somebody else's sample. Because it's somebody else's sample.
What are you into that? You know, doctors and whatever. Help me out with this.
Because it's somebody else's
sample. B.
And the B sample be clean if it came from the same sample.
I have no clue. I have no clue.
So for me, if Ryan, I'm gonna say if because it's not, hasn't been proven yet or whatever, but this is go boy. Look at here. If he did, then void the victory.
Yeah.
Right. Suspended for 5 years. Fuck him. Because this is not, like you said, you could have ended that dude. You could have ended Devin Haney.
See, and that's my problem with Ryan Garcia.
Blatantly overweight. Right? Let's go, Broski.
He went over there. He didn't care. He didn't care. He went over there overweight. So even if he would have, even with the victory, he didn't care about winning those belts. He came over there overweight and dirty. And dirty. And smoking weed too.
And smoking. What else you do?
You smoking weed.
You blowing it down like you ain't got no fight. You blowing it down like you're regular. I mean, you blowing it down like you're a regular dude out here.
He clearly don't care about boxing. He clearly thinks it's a game. He has to get suspended.
Right. You have listen, and it all goes back to you, Ryan Garcia. You wanted to make a point. You did some Antonio Margarito shit.
Because it's all about the clicks now. Everybody wants to be a social media superstar, social media phenomenon. He don't care.
I guess you're right.
You're right. And one of the main things people say about boxing, you can't play boxing. And guess what he's doing? He's playing boxing. He's playing boxing like this is some type of a game.
Romero.
Yeah, he's playing. So they definitely need to void that victory and suspend this guy.
He's a boxing imitator. That's
which is bad and dangerous. Which is bad and dangerous.
It makes him extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous.
But it makes sense about the roids. Look how big he was compared to how
he was big.
He was cut, and I mean, like, that's why he was 3 pounds over. Hey, he turned on his Hulk. Hey,
right.
No, he walked to the ring as Bruce Banner, but when he got in that ring, he turned into the Hulk.
He turned into the
Hulk. There you go. That's it. That is it.
Oh man,
for real.
Yeah.
Watching the Yankees are up 10-1 over the Houston Astros. NBA playoffs, man. We're gonna dive into that, man, because there's a lot to talk about, a lot to take in as far as the NBA playoffs are concerned. One of us, well, actually 2 of us, really don't have much to talk about when it comes to
I have a lot. I have a lot to talk about.
But anyway, let's go next tape, baby. But go ahead. No. YADABEAR, you go ahead and you say your talk, because I knew you was talking and fired up behind the scenes about a particular situation regarding these NBA playoffs. And then Win Walker, you gonna get it popping.
Yes. All right. So I here we go again with the Knicks and the referees. It seems for some strange reason the refs are afraid to make the correct call in Madison Square Garden. Like Spike Lee got them in a chokehold, or somebody is putting extra pesos in their bank accounts, or somebody in their family got Tracy
Morgan on the sideline going like this.
Yeah, exactly. He got all the celebrities throwing a couple of hundreds in the collection plate for the referees, because I don't know what these guys are seeing. The Knicks once again stole a game at home. It was stolen. These blatant bad calls that now the Indiana Pacers fans have to sit there and watch, just like how my Sixers, we had to sit there and watch these same calls be in favor to the Knicks. And I get it. I know when you're at home, you get a little bit of home cooking, the whistle might be slightly in your favor. But no, not in New York. The whistles are all in their favor. There's extreme home cooking. Like, we're watching it on the TV.
Somebody sounded a little bit perturbed.
We're watching it on the TV. You're sitting in the arena, and it's like, wow, how are these refs not making the correct call? But then the next day, they bring out that stupid 2-minute report. We did make a mistake. Yeah, we did blew that call.
What is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of that?
Call. Yeah, we knew you blew the call because we watched you blew it.
Well, we watched you blow the call.
You review it there, they're reviewing it in New York, and you still get it wrong. And then the next day you write a report that says, yeah, it wasn't a dead ball. You know, he didn't kick the ball. The play should have continued. You know, oh, that wasn't a foul.
It wasn't an offensive foul.
That wasn't an offensive foul. That wasn't a moving screen. Things that we see with our eyes, but for some reason they can't get the call right then and there. So I feel like the NBA needs to put some type of investigation truly into these referees and how they pick these refs. Like, basketball is not just an American sport, but it's an international sport. And you can have a search for the best referees to ref these games. You got refs that refs, NCAA tournament games, the Final Four, the championship, plus these NBA refs. Like, you have to have these guys on a grading system and pick the best people for these games, because it's getting ridiculous. And I can see if the refs was bad on both sides, but it's not on both sides. So I feel
that's what makes it so crazy. That's what makes it so crazy.
Yeah, it's like in your face. They're not even trying to hide it. Baby. They're not even trying to hide it. So, it's wild. But the one thing I will say about this Pacers-Knicks rivalry, it's going back to like the 90s. It's good when Sixers, Pacers, Knicks are good. And I feel like the NBA really want the Knicks to be good. They really want them to be good.
Knicks to be good for years, absolutely.
Yeah, like, and now I feel like they they got a team right here that could be potentially really good, but now they are forcing it to happen and not letting it happen naturally, because the Knicks are good.
Right.
Like, they are good, and I don't doubt that they could not have won the series in the first round and the other game without the refs' help.
Mm-hmm.
But by them doing this, it's making them be the villain. Like, do they want the Knicks to be the villain? Is that what they're trying to do? Or they're just force feeding New York to everybody? Like, is this a time?
Is this 2024 or is this 1994? We used to say the same thing. We used to say the same thing about the Chicago Bulls. They get every call. We don't get no calls. They be, you know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. The NBA's been, wanting the Knicks to be good for a long time. Finally, we're trying to, get over that proverbial hump. I'm gonna keep it green with you, Bowski, with Walker. I'm still not convinced that this is a championship team.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
I'm not saying that they're, they can't win the championship. But if they win the if the Knicks, my New York Knicks, win the NBA championship this year, I'm going to strip butt naked and run down.
Oh God! Oh God!
Yo, this team right here wins the NBA Finals. I mean,
but to me, if they did that,
we're gonna edit that part out, so don't even worry about it.
Listen, if they did that, if the Knicks went, like, that would be a huge passers-by, because it's the refs have interfered in too many of these playoff games that involve the Knicks, that it would be like the refs the NBA just said, hey, we need the Knicks to win this title, so by any means necessary, you gotta fix it. Like, it's weird. But I gotta give props to Jalen Brunson, because we have seen a star emerge in these playoffs with Jalen Brunson.
That's right.
I'm not a hater at all. I may hate some things, but when I see a player rise to the occasion as he has, carrying that team, willing their team to victory. I gotta give him his props, and also gotta give him his props to his co-stars, Josh Hart,
absolutely,
and Vincenzo, because they are balling. Also, great defense. We wouldn't expect a Tibbs team not to play good defense, but they're playing great defense. But they're also scoring like crazy, well balanced. Just a lot of help from the refs. I think this series, probably 6 games. Also, I can't say who will win yet. I got to see game 2 to see how these refs are playing.
Speaking of game 2, it's gonna be so crazy tomorrow night.
Yo, was it? I seen the videos that you sent, like how crazy it was there. And I said, "Well, bro, this is only game 1."
Right.
They had to win the championship. I said, "What's going to happen?" I'm afraid if y'all win the Eastern Conference, I'm afraid what's going to happen up in New York because
and if they win, that's what I'm saying. And if they win the NBA Finals, it's gonna be, and I'm gonna be right in the middle of it. I don't care. I'm gonna be right in the middle of it.
It's gonna be crazy up there. Like, I'm like, wow.
But tomorrow night is gonna be very interesting because tomorrow night, man, is a very painful anniversary for Knicks fans. During the 1994 NBA playoffs, Reggie Miller, 8 points, 9 seconds. He pushed off on Starks, but I ain't gonna say nothing. He's doing the game tomorrow night.
Yeah, he is.
And if I don't know how many people gonna bring their kids to the game tomorrow night, but it's you might want to get some earplugs for them and some blue blockers because them signs is gonna be crazy. Reggie Miller is gonna catch it tomorrow night.
Reggie Miller,
TNT didn't even have him scheduled to do the game. They said, "No, we can't miss this on the anniversary."
Oh no, you gotta have Reggie there.
You gotta have
Reggie there.
He's a number 1 villain. Like, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Penny Hardaway,
Reggie Miller, the
Red Hill, Tyrese Maxey, all the niggas is villains. All of them. They come in the Garden and score 9,000 points. You know what I mean?
Reggie Miller has always
turned in the Garden. So Reggie Miller's going to catch it. Reggie Miller's going to really, really catch it.
Yeah, it's going to be. I expect it to be extremely loud. I expect a lot of boos.
Vulgar.
Oh yeah, I expect a lot of boos, a lot of things that you can't say in front of your mother. Said
a lot of boos, a lot of doo-doos.
Yeah, a whole bunch of that. But I mean, that right there can also hype up the Pacers. So you don't see, it's a thin line that you're playing with because y'all could be hype and charge and booing the crap out of Reggie and all that stuff, and that could just be hyping up Halliburton, and them boys.
Them dudes wasn't even probably born when that series.
No, but I'm pretty sure that with Reggie being there, you know Reggie gonna be in that locker room,
and he's gonna hype the set up.
Reggie gonna hype up the set to him.
He's gonna eat that. He's gonna eat that up, and
he loves it.
Stark's gonna be in the building. Sprewell gonna be in the building. Patrick Ewing gonna be in the building. It's gonna be mayhem.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if they try to jump Reggie Miller.
We'll be waiting for Reggie. We're out there waiting for him.
He bring it back bad memories.
Reggie better bring some damn security with him.
Absolutely.
But from that game, the worst thing that he did is when he put the choke on them after he did it. They vilified Spike Lee. They was ready to burn Spike Lee's crib down.
Yeah.
Real talk.
It's Spike Lee's fault.
They blamed all of that on Spike Lee.
A lot of things that happened to the Knicks,
the New York Post, all of that, they blamed everything on Spike Lee because when Reggie Miller,
a lot of things that happened to the Knicks is Spike Lee's fault. Kobe's 81. Why you talking trash to Kobe? What are you talking trash to Kobe for his fight? What are you doing?
But for him to but for him to steal the ball, shoot the ball,
yeah,
throw it in, push off, and steal the ball again. Come on, man. That's part of what they was going through. You know what I'm saying?
I'll get it started right now. Red G sucks. Red G sucks.
Oh,
Red G sucks. Red G sucks. We're gonna get started right now. Red G sucks. Red G sucks. That's Square Garden. Let's go. Let's talk about the guy who people are so afraid. I don't say afraid. That's not the right word. They're kind of like apprehensive about making him the face of the NBA. And we talk about Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves and how they just putting the mirror of reality up to the Denver Nuggets, got them throwing heat packs and ice cubes, and they try to, sabotage the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Anthony Edwards is not having it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit, Browski.
Listen, he has become one of my favorite young players this season. Like, I liked him last season because I seen, the fight in him. I'm like, this guy is good, But this season, I'm like, damn, this guy is great. And we have talked about the Timberwolves before, and I said plenty of times that when he came to the team, it has become his team. It was no longer Cat's team when Ant-Man, came to Minnesota. And he has proven it even more this year. And in these playoffs, okay? He went to Phoenix. They got the Suns out of here in 4. Real quick work,
They ain't waste no time.
Now, they're on the verge of doing the same thing to the defending champs.
We
went to Denver, game 1, battled it out, came out with the win. Everybody was shocked. I wasn't shocked. I'm like, well, this is Minnesota. I say Ant playing out of his mind. And then on top of that, they got 3 big guys that could defend Jokic. And then in game 2, with Rudy Gobert, a guy who I despise, he wasn't there. He was having his first child.
Right.
So he didn't even play in that game. And they blew him out. They blew him out of their own stadium. They had their fans leaving in the fourth quarter.
In a game that they needed to win. Absolutely.
They needed that game. They put the screws on Jamal Murray, Mike Conley, and Edwards. That defense, ridiculous. Then you got Naz Reid coming off the bench, hitting big shots, playing big minutes, destroying Joker. Joker couldn't do anything. And big ups to Cat, because Cat also showing up, making big time shots, playing really good defense. They getting Aaron Gordon out of here. You don't hear nothing from Aaron Gordon. You don't hear nothing about Michael Porter Jr. And you damn sure ain't hear nothing about Jamal Murray. Only thing you hear for Jamal Murray, this guy throwing towels at the ref and heat packs on the floor because he's out here mad because they get blown out, So now they down 2-0, and they gotta go to Minnesota. And what do you think is gonna happen in Minnesota? That place is gonna be rocking, okay?
That's gonna be A-Rod gonna be there waving his towel like, hey,
listen, Minnesota haven't been rocking like this since Kevin Garnett. They've been waiting forever in Minnesota for a team.
Stephon Marbury was throwing half-court alley-oops to Kevin Garnett.
Exactly. They've been waiting
decades for this. Since Prince did Purple Rain.
Look, they've been waiting so long, and now they got this team that can take them to the Western Conference Final. The only team that's in their way is these Nuggets that they about to get out of here. Look,
and
they about to have a 4-pack.
Denver shot 29 of 83.
That's crazy.
That's some second and third grade shoot.
Yeah, that's
shooting that you was second and third graders.
Yo,
29-83.
Hey, I hate to interrupt, but I'm gonna be like Darvin Ham right now. Hey, it's a great show and everything, but I'm out of here. Just like Darvin Ham, I'm out of here.
All right, peace, man.
Hey, pigs in the blanket. Y'all have a great show.
All right, Win. But yo, it's Minnesota is on a tear right now. They look like the best team in the NBA right now. Like they can't be stopped. They are firing on all cylinders.
All cylinders.
And it's great to see. It is. It's really good to see.
It is.
You know, when we talk about the two different conferences, it's like the West is now being taken over by the young guns. The West is getting younger, and these are young superstars that's ready to take over the league. The change of the guard is happening right now as we are watching. Right in
front of your face.
Right in front of our face. Like example, right now, OKC, #1 seed, all young guys, balling out here. Minnesota, young guys.
I thought I saw something Yada where it said there were only like maybe 5 or 6, maybe 7 guys that were over the age of 30 in this entire playoffs.
Yes, 5, and 2 of them was on Minnesota.
So I mean that just goes to show you right there the youth, you know, it's the youths.
Yeah, the youth is taking over.
The youth is taking over as far as the NBA is concerned, and it's turning out to be a not so bad thing. You know what I mean? No, again, you appreciate the skill, the effort, guys that you wouldn't necessarily think because nobody saw Shea Gilgeous-Alexander coming. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it dope. You know what I mean? They got these guys that hone their games and get up to a level now where you recognize them and their household names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you recognize that, and again, you know, like you said, these young dudes got these old heads up out of here.
Out of here.
LeBron gone. All the old dudes
Steph
is gone.
Curry gone. Kevin Durant gone. Chris Paul.
And when you say gone, swept gone. Not gone like you went 7 games or you went to a hard series. Nah, you got swept.
Quick 4, quick 5, got you out of here.
Got you up out of here. Put you out your misery. Took you out the pasture and put you out your misery.
I mean, who would have thought that we would have a playoffs where, like we said, no Kawhi, no James Harden, and no
Russell Westbrook,
no LeBron, no Steph Curry, no Clay,
no Draymond, kicking people in the nether regions, getting suspended so they can. You ain't worry about that.
No KD, no Bradley Beal, no Devin Booker. Like
Devin Booker, right.
These guys are gone. And now we got young guys like SGA, Chet Holmgren, you know, and
Luka Doncic. Yep.
Like it's crazy how it's changed, and I'm here for it. I am here for it.
Absolutely.
I'm loving it.
Go ahead, Brosky.
Also, we had the first game of Boston and Cleveland. And of course, it was a no-brainer. I mean, Boston blew these guys out the water. Well, they beat them by almost like 20-something.
25, 120 to 95.
Yeah, and the emergence of Derek White is again crazy. Like I said last week, since he shaved his head, he's been rocking the baldy. He's been out of control playing, out of your mind playing. So, you know, it's quite interesting. Something just developed here in OKC. Chet looked like he got hurt. I don't know. Chet, I don't know, he got hit in the face, but he went down and it's taking a little minute to get back up.
I wonder what a pro wants right now, what a pro needs.
Yeah. I love that commercial. It's funny. But Boston definitely getting Cleveland out of here.
Right.
I think that's going to be a fast series, you know, also. I think this Pacers Knicks series probably goes 6 games. And I'm just, trying to see who's going to come out, come out these 2 conferences. It's crazy.
I mean, the interest level hasn't lessened because the older guys are out. I think it's it's kind of like anything, it's risen because you want to see these young guys and you want to see how far that they can take each other when you want to see them go at it in a playoff scenario. You got right now, like you said, we got Oklahoma City against Dallas. You got young stars all over the place in that series. You know what I mean? You got a combination of Luka and Kyrie. And you got Chet. You got SPG, you know what I mean? So you got stars in any series. You can pick and choose who you want to watch, and they won't let you down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think this is, I think this might be a portent of things to come as far as the NBA is concerned. As long as Adam Silver doesn't mess up the game, and what I mean by mess up the game is you see what an in-season tournament gets you. Silver.
Get your early exit.
You see what an in-season tournament gets you, right? So
early exit, man.
Right, that's right.
I mean, I feel like somebody here said it's gonna be crazy when the Lakers win the in-season tournament,
right?
And then not really.
You said that it was February.
Yeah,
you said that like in February. Watch them win the in-season tournament and get swept or not even make the playoffs. They'll get swept.
Yeah, they was barely in there. So
we find out. I think Nostradamus out this morning.
Listen, I think that maybe I don't know. Maybe Adam Silver need to rethink this tournament. Like, how much did the tournament do for the league?
Right.
I mean, I didn't watch the league anymore because of the tournament.
Right.
I actually think I watched it a little bit less. I think I want to say that. I want to say I watched it a little bit less. I don't recall many tournament games that I watched with the Sixers and it's like, oh, this is amazing. No, it didn't feel any different. The only thing was different was the floor and the jersey.
Right.
That was it. Right. And the fact that I'm playing the same team on a back-to-back, a home and away or a double home. I'm like, I don't want to see us play the Detroit Pistons 4 times before the All-Star break. Like, what are you doing? Like, the scheduling was very weird. I didn't enjoy it. I think they really need to rethink this and not have it. You don't need another tournament.
You on that. You know what I mean? It was a nice experiment. You know what I mean? And I guess the right team won it. I guess. You know what I mean? But it didn't carry over. It didn't have any effect. It didn't have any anything to do with what happens in the postseason. Mm-hmm. And to keep it real with you, I'm really not interested. Like you said, I don't want to hear it because we're going to hear about the Lakers being the defending in-season tournament champions.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
I don't want to hear that.
No, I don't care for that.
That's funny to me. The Lakers are defending in-season tournament. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, for real talk, man. I'm not just saying it to be facetious and none of that. Like, I'm totally in agreement with you. Like, the in-season tournament is a waste of time. The in-season tournament is doesn't help. It doesn't prove anything. It just gives people who know how to decorate the floors. It gives them some work. You know what I mean? Yeah. And again, to me, the floors wasn't really that much different from each other except for the colors.
Yeah,
they all had the little trophy thing in the middle. Then they had the little things on the free throw lines and the baselines and stuff like that. So I don't know what Adam Silver was thinking about.
I don't know. This is basketball. This is not international football. Okay, this is not soccer. This is basketball. We don't need another tournament. We have a tournament at the end. It's called the playoffs. The playoffs is the tournament to win the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's the ultimate crown.
Right.
That's the ultimate trophy. I don't care about this. It's crap. I hope it goes away.
No doubt. Real quick, man. I think we didn't say anything in regards to the Boston Celtics that they got the Cleveland Cavaliers out of here without Kristaps Porzingis. You know what I mean? I think that they've forgotten about that game too. In the first round, lost to Miami Heat. That's a thing in the past. Yeah. Like you said, Derek White. Those guys are doing their numbers. They always have a guy that steps up. Al Horford. He stepped back into the center role after Porzingis got hurt, and we've been talking about Al Horford since the Atlanta Hawk days. That was a long time ago. You know what I mean? Time ago. And that just goes to prove that all the old guys ain't out of here yet. You know what I mean? We still some of us few and far between, but we here. The Minnesota Timberwolves. What can you say that hasn't been said about them? 29 for 83. What else you need to say?
There's nothing you can say.
Nothing. Man, I could go out and listen. I got a little jump shot with me. I could make 30 out of 83, and I'm willing to put 6 months of paychecks on that. I can make 30 shots. You give me 83 shots, I can make 30 of them. Like straight like that, from 3-point range, whatever I can make 30 out of 83. These dudes is professionals getting hundreds and millions and billions of dollars, shooting 29 for 83.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
At home, in game 2.
And a game that you needed. You needed this game. Because what you think is going to happen in Minnesota?
Right. That's right.
If the Timberwolves come out in game 3 and trash these guys again, it's over.
And they'll be talking. The Denver Nuggets will be looked at in a less than pleasing light. I think that the conversation around the Denver Nuggets would change.
Oh, definitely.
Because they went from sugar to sugar honey iced tea real quick.
But this will also will show what I've been saying about Joker forever. He plays only one side of the ball. Basketball, you have to play defense. You can't just rely on your offense. He's trash on the defensive end. We have seen this years and years, and people just don't want to talk about it. They want to gloss over the fact that he don't play defense. He's trash on the defensive end. Oh, but he got a triple-double. Yeah, well, guess what? His guy scored 40. So I don't care about that triple-double. Right. His guy scored 40, and they won the game. What did his triple-double do?
What did his triple-double do? What did his triple-double do? Say that 5 times fast. Yeah. What does triple-double do? Say that 5 times.
He didn't do anything.
They didn't do nothing. How my man Jim Morris said it? Diddly poo.
He did squat. Okay, like out of here with that.
That's so funny, yo.
We'll see.
Word up. We're in the building, man. Down in Sportstalk, having some fun with it, man. We're gonna talk a little baseball real quick.
Oh yeah, man.
The 3-minute. Look at this. Then we're gonna get into the 3-minute rant, and we're gonna get up out of here. Yeah. Handle your business. Go ahead.
Phillies are looking amazing. Number 1 in the NL East. We got a 3-game lead on these stupid Atlanta Braves. Get out of here, Braves. Yeah. We just rocked the Toronto Blue Jays today. Bryce Harper hit a grand slam. Got them guys out of here 10-1. We just swept the Giants. Okay. The San Francisco Giants, I don't know what's going on there, okay? Matt Chapman, what's happening to him? They got Soler. What happened to Soler? They paid all that money for them guys. They brought in Blake Snell. What happened to you, Blake? They got smoked here in Philly. 4 games straight. They brought out Logan Webb. Oh, they ace. Logan Webb is they ace. Man, they rocked Logan Webb out of here early. Like, I don't know what happened to the Giants. I feel like the Giants need to get a refund from all that money they spent on those guys. But the Phillies, we focus. The focus for the Phillies this year was to start off the season hot. Not to wait till June because we always generally start off slow, and now to be in a position, top of the NL East, winning series. We're not just winning like one game. Like, we are sweeping guys. We are winning series that we should win. And I'm loving it. Everyone's hitting. Our pitching is outstanding. They said it. Best bullpen in baseball. I said I needed to see it. I said I needed to see it before I can stamp it. And yes, we have the best bullpen in baseball. Zach Wheeler has 3 10-plus strikeout games this season. Okay, Ranger Suarez 5-0. He had a no run streak. He had 32 innings with no runs scored on him. Nola coming out here looking good. Taijuan Walker came back looking good. Yeah, Spencer Turnbull looking good. Christian Sanchez looking good. We got so many good pitchers that we got to put some of them in the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
We got to put Spencer in the bullpen. Spencer came out and he closed the game tonight, which is crazy.
That's nice.
But that's a great problem to have.
Don't get ready to say something. That's nice.
It's a great problem to have. I know it's still early, but it's just really good to see.
Absolutely early. But let me ask you one question.
I'm just saying, it's just good to see my Phillies start off high and early on, But
I got one question for you. I got something to say. I got one question.
Go ahead.
Why are the Phillies only 3-3 against teams that are 500, above 500?
Hey, guess what? We don't make the schedule. That's why I said we are beating teams that we are supposed to beat.
We don't make the schedule, son.
That's right. We don't make the schedule. Look, we only play who's in front of us.
Look at
That's why I said. Look, that's why I made because I knew you was going to say that. I knew he was going to say that. That's why I said.
Look at this.
That's why I made the statement that we are beating teams that we are supposed to beat. Because you know how baseball go. You go out and you lose a series to the A's. Like, how are you losing that? Why are you losing?
That's true.
To teams that are beneath you.
Right.
So, but like I said, we don't make the schedule. But when we do, get to that point, so we got a couple games coming up. I know we got a Milwaukee Brewers series coming up. They got some bats. We got a Dodgers series coming up. They got some bats. And later on in the summer, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be at one of these Phillies Yankee games.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So
absolutely. We'll and remind me after the show behind the scenes. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah, but tell me about your Yankees. What's going on up there with your Bronx boys?
It's all love until you run into somebody who's with the sugar honey iced teas. Our season was moving along pretty well until we went to Baltimore, and got humbled in Baltimore. Against a team that is going to be the class of the American League East. We gotta catch up to them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think that the series that we had against Detroit, we swept them, but I mean Detroit's a team on the come up.
Yeah,
Baltimore is a team in our division that we're going to be having to compete with all summer long. I'm really impressed. And I use that word impressed with Giancarlo Stanton. I've seen him hit more home runs and get more clutch hits than strikeouts, which is always a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? You can always counter him for a strikeout.
Yeah.
But now he's making contact. I think, like say in spring training, he was slim. He's got the joy back as far as playing baseball, and we'll see how he hit his seventh home run tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But I think it's a long summer.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, at the end of the day, the pretenders are gonna kind of like eliminate themselves. Is it going to be a 2-team race all summer long? I don't think so. But because I think that another team in the AL East, be it the Rays or you know what I mean, or even Toronto Blue Jays, they're going through it right now. They're disappointing. They're underachieving. They're disappointing. They should be talked about like the Orioles and the Yankees, but they're not. But go ahead, Bobby. Go ahead.
I don't know what it is because watching the game today, I was extremely disappointed in Vlad Jr. I'm like, I'm looking for some resistance. That this we don't know what Vlad can do. And I'm looking and. Like you said, they have been an early disappointment. The Blue Jays have been.
Because we're still waiting for them. We're still waiting for Bichette and BGO and Vlad Jr. to dominate. We're still waiting for them, and it hasn't happened. It's been a few years now. So again,
it's just I don't know. Like watching it tonight, I'm just watching it. And I'm like, this team is just. They look lost, They look lost, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make a change in manager. I wouldn't be surprised because they look lost out there. Another team that kind of looking lost, and we spoke about them before, the Pirates, like.
Oh well, I mean, that's the.
I don't know what's going on with the Pirates. And we see what the Padres did. They made a early trade, bring in.
They got your cousin Luis Arias.
Listen, got him. Look, I don't want to look.
Your cousin Luis Arias.
Look, I don't want to see that guy no more in Miami. We used to see him all the time in Miami, so. To see him just a couple times, with the Padres is good, but I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough. Okay, because he's not as young as he used to be.
Right.
Okay, he up there.
And I'll tell you another thing. They ain't gonna have to worry about him hitting 400 in July either.
Oh yeah. Mr. 400. Remember all that?
Yeah, Mr. 400. What is this? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's it keeps the lights on and the people talking, but that's what it is. We're in the building, man, down in Sportstalk. We're gonna do YADABEAR got a 3-minute rant. She gonna set the 3-minute rant off, and then we're gonna get down on it, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, from down in Sportstalk, we got YADABEAR in the house with the 3-minute rant.
Yeah, let's talk about the WNBA preseason. Not just, one team, but as a whole. You have, you have these ladies, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, but you're not televising these games. They putting all their eggs in the Caitlin Clark basket, which is fine. That's fine. But guess what? Caitlin Clark don't have a championship ring. You have 2 of the last, 3 championships on one team. You got, Camila Cardoza, 2-time champion with South Carolina, and Angel Reese, 1-time champion. And their game was not televised. You know how I seen some of their game? From a guy streaming it from the crowd on X. And he got about over 1 million views from streaming that game. And then once they seen that, wait a minute, we're gonna stream it on League Pass. So now I gotta buy League Pass when your partners in the NBA have a whole channel. Okay, I understand it's the NBA playoffs, but you got the playoffs on TNT, ESPN, and True TV some days. Right now, I can watch this game on True TV or on TNT. So what do you have playing on the NBA channel? You don't have the playoff game playing on the NBA channel. So why not throw in a WNBA preseason game? You got 2 games each night. You can televise that. You can put one on at 6 on the East Coast side and one later on at like 9 for the West Coast feed. It's ridiculous. Or, I mean, how about just giving the NBA, the WNBA, a channel? SEC got a channel, ACC, Big Ten, all these college networks have channels. But you telling me that the WNBA can't get a WNBA TV channel? Or that NBA TV channel can be NBA/WNBA? It's ridiculous. And the more and more, we think that we're progressing, it's not really happening. We're taking baby steps where we need to be taking leaps. And one of the leaps should be televising these games. You're missing the market. Like right now, women's sports is hot. This draft class is one of the hottest draft classes to get drafted coming out of college. And people are not able to see these games unless they subscribe to League Pass, which is only $34.99 for the year. Or you gotta wait to see it. Maybe SportsCenter throw a quick highlight. Maybe you'll catch something on ESPN.com. But I just think that they're really missing the point, and they're missing a big opportunity by not streaming these games. These games should be on TV.
Okay? That's what's up. Right on time. You got to do the 3-minute rant more often. That was about 3 minutes right there. Bowski's in the building with a very impassioned and correct assessment of what goes on in the WNBA. What should be happening in the WNBA. I'm going to do my 3-minute rant, which begins right now. Back to the NFL schedule. Being a person from, the I guess say back in the day crew, the old school crew, we had to wait until July, August for the NFL schedule to drop.
Yeah.
We had to wait to watch those preseason games, to watch the halftime of those preseason games, where Howard Cosell would tell us so-and-so the Monday Night Football schedule, right? So it was kind of like anticipation, we was kind of like trying to figure it out. But when it dropped, we was happy, we satisfied, we made our plans. The NFL schedule has been turned into a circus. Everybody wants to know who's playing where, which is a great thing. NFL is the #1 sport. We get it. But you saturate and you oversaturate and you make people kind of like want to, steer away from it. And when I mean I steer away from it, it's other stuff that's going on. And for you to bogart, and when I say you, I mean the NFL, to bogart Christmas, when all these other people were just talking about, well, the NBA's held Christmas down for so many years, which is true. But what about the other sports that, do their thing during the holidays and Christmas time?
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of like the NFL now paint themselves. I said it earlier in the show. They paint themselves into a corner by getting us used to the second Thursday in May. Schedule drops. Everybody makes their plans. They make flight plans. They make arrangements. They do what they do. Now everybody's kind of waiting with bated breath to see, where their team is going to be in October, or who's playing the Thanksgiving game in Detroit, who's playing the Thanksgiving game in Dallas, who's playing the extra Thanksgiving game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I just wanted to kind of like speak my mind on that a little bit, and that's my 3-minute rant. And this is down in Sportstalk. We're in the building. I'm left-handed. That's YADABEAR over there. Send all your emails over there. She answers them promptly. And we'll holler at y'all next week. Before we go, salute to all the moms, the grandmoms, the aunties, the stepmoms, the everybody, the big sisters. You know what I'm saying? Mother's Day weekend is coming up, man. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy yourself. Y'all take care of Ma Dukes. All right, because if it wasn't for her, y'all would be a figment of a bunch of people's imaginations.
Thanks.
So, happy Mother's Day. Salute to all the moms out there.
Definitely.
And don't go nowhere, Browski. We're about to be up out of here. We'll talk to y'all next week down in Sportstalk. We was late tonight because
I know we was.
Yeah, we was late tonight, so we was here though. You know what I'm saying? So we in the building down in Sportstalk. Salute to my man Win Walker. You know what
Definitely.
I mean? And we out of here, y'all. We'll talk to y'all. Be good.
Peace.
Don't hurt nothing. Don't let nothing die. Peace. Wake up in the morning, got the yearning for herb.